So the other day when I was at the air show, we was using this Kawasaki Mule here to haul handicap and elderly from the parking lot to the show. And one of the guys broke it. They broke the rear U-joint. So we're gonna fix this axle and get it back to them. I'll show you, as soon as I get it in the air, I'll show you what we're gonna do to it. So it spit this rear U-joint out, and it's way down in this pocket. You can see that this shaft is no longer attached. So I understand it's quite a bear to get all this disassembled. You've got to take apart the leaf springs, the shocks on both sides, and you got to put a jack in here and jack this thing over so you can take this axle shaft apart right here. Then you take the wheel off and use a sledgehammer to beat the axle shaft out so we can get a new U-joint in there. So let's get it started and see if we can get her fixed.
Hey, there's gravity again.
Gravity. Use my Jeep here as a catch-it-all. Get something to support that rear axle. I just know I'm gonna get hit in the face with this hitch. We might want to move it too. It's already come close a time or two. Alright, let's see what we need to get the shocks off. I think the upper is going to be easier. Spinning on the back side. I feel like I walk around the shop twice as much because I can't never find the tool that I just had in my hand. Bet you don't know anything about that, do you guys?
Can't beat those snap-on tools.
The original snap-off tools. So, my shirt's all dirty. We've been working on trees ever since I got off work today. Been at the neighbor's house across the road. She wanted a bunch of Leland cypress trees cut down. And that's a lot of work. It takes a little while to cut all those. They keep branching off, and they have 2 or 3 trunks on the same root. It just takes a while. We've been using a skid steer for 2 days trying to get 13 trees cut down. Inch and a 1/16, by the way.
Like I said, I'm a carpenter. We don't use 16ths.
Gravity.
It is an inch heavy.
You and your messed up math. All right, let me see if I can find a bottle jack, and I'll get right back with you guys.
All right, guys. Jack number 2. First one would not pump up.
Yeah, we have junk around here too. And this one's not doing no better. Mainly because my pump's here. I need to turn it to the downward side to get some fluid in it.
Leaf spring, meet forearm.
That's good until we put somebody's eye out. Problem is I can't get this axle to slide. And that's how you get it out. Now we just got to replace that U-joint, so we got to get this shaft out. We got to drive that out, or hit it with your hand, it comes out. That's surprising. So we're not going to do this today. It looks like we have completely mangled this shaft here at the U-joint. So it spit the U-joint out, and it's done for. So I'll get some parts on order, and I'll see you guys in a few days. All right, so it's a new day. I've got the axles and all ordered for this Mule. They're not going to come in for a few days. So in this video, I will show you some future projects that we're going to be working on here in the shop. And these future projects has to do with my 2006 LJ. So right here, I have a 5.7 HEMI. I just had it redone. We honed the pistons, or honed the bores for the pistons. New cam and all that. Got rid of the MDS, which is the multi-displacement spark, or whatever it is, where it shuts off 4 of the cylinders. So we deleted all that, and we're working on getting this thing back together so we can put it in the LJ. So with that being said, we're replacing a lot of the components on this. Of course, we've got a new water pump. The alternator, it looks kind of bad. It's the original alternator. We did try to clean it up best we could. I would like to replace a lot of these parts, but my wallet's not that thick, so I have to kind of pick and choose what I can replace at the moment. It's pretty expensive to do all the stuff to get this in the LJ. Hopefully we can get it in there, get everything all buttoned up. It passes emissions and all that. It's got 4 years left here in North Carolina before it's inspection only, so I've got to have everything done. The new computer and all will have the VIN number and all in it. So we've got to spend quite a bit of money to get this in. So today we'll go out and we'll do a walk around of the LJ. I'll show it to you. You've seen it in some of my videos in the background and all that, but we've not done a formal walk around. So we'll go out there and walk around it. I do have some parts that I've been ordering. We will go through this stuff, new coolant tubes and all for the top of the engine. But I've got stuff coming in here and there. You know, you live paycheck to paycheck to buy a few things this paycheck, and the next paycheck we'll buy a few more things. But eventually we'll have it in. So let's go out and I'll show you around the LJ and give you a walk around of it. My LJ behind me, when I bought this, I've had it about 3.5 years, I believe it is. When I bought it, it was completely stock, had a little bit of a spacer lift in there, but stock wheels and all that. And since then, it has transformed into what it is today. There's a lot that I have done to it. It's a 4.0. It had the Dana 30 in the front, a Dana 44 in the rear. It was not a Rubicon, but we have changed all that. We've done added the winch, we've added bumpers, and we'll go through this. So let's just start right here in the front. So the fenders and all is metal cloak. We put those on. It has a Smittybilt front bumper, has a Warn VR10S, has the synthetic rope and all on it. The elephant in the room is this axle. So this axle is out of a 2001 F350. So it is a Dana 60 front, has PSC steering, all custom steering. It has Artec trusses in the front. The steering is all Artec. It's got stock axle shafts in it now, but we'll replace those whenever we break these or we feel the need. It's got Adams drive shafts front and rear. Metal cloak, rockers, Moto built 4-link system, and I built all of the 4-link bars. It's got metal cloak 6-inch springs on it. And this LJ is in excellent shape. You can see the frame. There's no rust whatsoever on the frame, no rust on the body. I think this was a well taken care of LJ. It had 110,000 miles on it when I bought it. So I am running the Milestar Patagonias. This is a 40-inch tire. and I'm running the Dirty Life wheels, and these are bead locked wheels. I have the half doors, soft uppers. I do have full doors for it. The interior is pretty much stock. It is a 6-speed, and with the 5.7 HEMI that's going in it, I am going to change it to an automatic, and I have the new shifter and everything else that come out of a stock Jeep for an automatic transmission. So we'll get all that in there. We'll get rid of the clutch pedal, change that out to a automatic pedal since it's bigger. Sorry guys, I do live close to the Asheboro airport and got a jet flying over. On the rear, we have the Smittybilt XRC bumper and tire carrier. And it holds this 40-inch tire just fine. It's a lot of weight up here, and the way I converted to hold the tire is I'm just using a 5-on-4.5 spacer to 8-on-170 to match these wheels, to match the axles. So it's a Sterling 10.5 in the rear. This one has the Barnes 4-wheel drive truss on the rear. I didn't like the R-Tech for the rear of this. I like the looks of the Barnes system better. It does have new brakes, brake lines, calipers, all new stuff. The Sterling 10.5 is a good axle to go with. It comes stock in the F350. The issues with the 10.5 is it's hard to find chromoly axle shafts for it. You can have some custom made, but there's not really much that I have found right off the shelf. Also, the other issue is the tubes on this thing where it goes into the hogshead. A lot of times they will twist. So with the Barnes truss and all that, we've taken care of all that, and it should be a lot stronger than what it was. Again, metal cloak everything. We do have the R-Tech spring relocation brackets here. The springs were pretty far over here. Whenever you put this axle in here, you need to move this back. Metal cloak shocks, extended brake lines. Back to the axles. The axles is stuffed with 538 ring and pinions, front and rear. Under the hood, it's all stock except for the power steering stuff. That's all PSC. Got the PSC reservoir and all over here. Underneath the PSC reservoir, there's an air compressor. I do have ARBs in the front and the rear. There's rock lights underneath. They're KC highlights. I have the A-pillar lights, KC headlights. So that's pretty much it. That's the walk around. I mean, there's a lot of money that has been spent on this Jeep. A lot more money that's going to be spent on it. I think this Jeep will be really, really good with the 5.7 HEMI that I just showed you in the shop. That's pretty much it for this week. I will order some new parts next week. Just keep chipping away at it until we have enough parts to take the Jeep apart and throw it in. I'm hoping around January, February to have enough of this stuff done so we can install it this winter. So keep watching the channel, and this is one of our projects. As I'm working on other stuff, as stuff comes in, I'll show you what I'm doing to it and kind of keep it going. But like I said, I just don't have the money to throw a whole lot of money into it to make a quick series. This series is going to take me a little while. So that's pretty much it for the day. We're going to go ahead and close this video out. So you've seen the engine and the LJ. Next video we'll get back on the Mule. Go ahead and get that drive shaft in so we can get it out of here. So guys, I appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We could really use some more viewers, some more subscribers. So I appreciate it. See you next time.